Hi guys, let's make some egusi soup that you can pair with either white rice or swallow. Alright, so over here I have some of my protein. I just took it out from the freezer, and of course I have with me here cow foot or cow feet. Yeah, so I'm just breaking them apart, taking as much as I need for the soup, and then I'll put the rest back in the freezer. So for this recipe I'll be using assorted meat, which of course the first one is the one you are seeing right here, the cow feet. I'll be using shaki, cow skin. Shaki is also known as cow tripe. I will also be adding cow skin as well, the one that doesn't have bone. Also beef and turkey gizzard. So those are the protein I'll be using for this recipe. And of course I'll be adding one last protein, which I know you can kind of guess now but keep watching so you can see that last protein I'll be adding to this mix. All right, so in a pot I just added some water, placed on the gas cooker, and I'm going to put all the protein there and parboil for like 5 minutes or until the water starts to boil. And by the way, it's a rainy day cook with me kind of video, so from time to time I'll be showing you outside. And back to the pot, it's been I think over 5 minutes, and I'm just going to rinse or wash the meat and put it back in my cooking pot. This method or process has always been my go-to whenever I don't have time to wait for the meat to defrost. I just do what I did in this video, and by so doing you can kind of get rid of all the nyama waiting for the meat, right? And it's not like we are cooking the meat, it's just to parboil it for a bit to kind of help the meat defrost and indirectly wash it as well. You get that? Once I'm done adding the meat into my cooking pot, I'll go in with some water. The water will help to cook this down a bit before I go in with the rest of my protein. So I'm going to cover it and let it cook for about 20 minutes, and reason being that this is the toughest meat I'm using for this soup. So that's why I'm cooking it for 20 minutes first before I go in with the rest of my protein. Now while that is cooking, I'll go ahead and chop up my onion and the rest of my vegetables. Alright guys, so in this bowl I have 2 red bell peppers, 3 fresh tomatoes, 3 scotch bonnet peppers, and 1 onion. Again, 1 onion. Remember, we just sliced up 1 onion, right? And that sliced one I'll be using it to cook the meat, while this particular one I'll be blending or processing it together with the bell peppers and the fresh tomatoes. So I'm just cutting them up to fit in my food processor before I go ahead and roughly chop them. It's still raining guys, and I think it rained all throughout the day I filmed this video. Anyways, back to the pot. I've gone in with the rest of my protein, which of course the turkey gizzard and the beef, Going in with some seasoning cubes, I'll add some salt and then the sliced onion. When it comes to cooking soups, I usually don't add a lot of ingredients in the meat when cooking the meat. So I like to go with just salt, seasoning cubes, and sometimes I don't even add onions depending on the type of soup I'm making. But this particular soup, egusi soup, of course, I need to add onions. So I used only salt, seasoning cubes and onion. Then I added some water, just enough water to cook the meat, and this same water we are going to use to cook the soup as well. Alright, so while the meat is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and blend the red bell peppers, the habanero or scotch bonnet peppers, the fresh tomatoes and the onion, the one we cut earlier, remember? So it's time to roughly chop them up. I'm not going to blend them to be very smooth because I still want to be seeing those tiny chunks of the peppers in the soup when I'm done cooking, right? So that's why I'm doing it this way. But if you want it very smooth, then go ahead and do that. You can even do it in your blender. It doesn't have to be food processor. The link to this food processor will be in the description box below in case you want to get one for yourself. I will also pin it in the comment section, so you can go down to the comment section. The first comment you will see there is the link to this food processor. Now here is my melon seeds already blended. This is the egusi. Yes, the master of this dish or the master of this soup. This is the subject matter, the matter at hand. Here it is. So I already have it blended one. I just added water to it, mixed it until it turned white and fluffy. Just properly and thoroughly mix it up and set aside. Now in another pan, I'm going to heat up some palm oil. You don't need too much oil for this recipe because remember we are using some colorful peppers and tomatoes, so you just have to add just about enough. Once the oil is properly heated, I'll go in with the blended mixture and I'm going to fry this for about 10 to 15 minutes or even 20 minutes depending on when the tomatoes and the peppers starts drying up. Then I'll go in with the mixed egusi or the melon seeds, which I already mixed with some water. Remember, when mixing it with some water, you don't have to add too much, just about enough until you get the consistency you are seeing in this video. Now I'm going to fry this till it's almost or completely dry. Please make sure to keep an eye on this and stir it from time to time to avoid burning, okay? Because this can burn very easily, like no man's business, I'm telling you. So you want to make sure to keep going back and forth, giving it a quick stir, mixing it all up until it dries, just like what you can see on the screen right now. This is the perfect dryness we are looking for. And now it's time to transfer this delicious looking goodness into the meat pot. But first of all, I'm going to give the meat a quick stir, and then I'll go in with the fried egusi and the bell peppers, the fresh tomatoes, the onion, all the goodies, okay? Now look at this, not even a single bun, right? Thanks to the non-stick saucepan. After adding that, I'll go in with some uziza seeds, blended one. This is a local spice. If you don't have this, don't worry, your soup will still taste just as good as mine, okay? Just that you will not get that Oziza flavor and taste in yours, but I'm adding it because I love adding it in my egusi soups and okra soup and stuff like that. And then I went in with some crayfish, went in with some more salt because mine needed salt. And finally, not finally though, this is second to the last ingredient we are going to be adding, which is the mackerel fish. You guys know me and mackerel fish, we are like 5 and 6, right? After adding the mackerel fish, I let it cook for another 10 minutes or thereabouts. See, I know you might be wondering, there is a lot of cooking in this video. Yes, so with egusi soup, you have to cook. You need to cook it longer for the natural and local taste to come out. If not, you may not enjoy egusi soup, but when you cook it a little bit longer, delicious. Anyways, I've just gone in with the final ingredient, which is the spinach, and I used frozen spinach for this recipe. You can use fresh one, you can use bitter leaf, you can use ugu leaf or pumpkin leaf or kale, even any vegetable of your choice, okay? But make sure you don't add curry leaves here, okay? And that's it, guys. You can go ahead and enjoy this with either white rice or fufu. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you try it, please don't forget to come back to this video and let us know how it went for you. I'm sure you're gonna love it, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye bye.